Hello, everyone. I am Noelle. Let's talk about a 9-month out update. So, we're 9 months away from selling everything, traveling full time. We're going international, fulfilling a lifelong dream that I've had and a several years dream that we've been working towards as a family. So, if you're new here, I am an artist and a dreamer. I am all about creating an inspired life. I am married to a practical planner who wants security and to know that things are going to be okay. We homeschool our youngest. Our oldest is in her 20s. Our youngest is in his teens. And that's kind of a general overview. So a pretty balanced approach is what was needed for us to make this happen. I have been trying for years to make it happen. And I knew we had kind of gone back and forth. Like, technically, we could just travel the winters or go for a month each winter, do a couple long trips a year, and technically that would be just fine. But I have this inner, gnawing feeling that there's an adventure waiting out there for us that we are meant to see and experience. And we have a few years left before our son is launched and on his own. And so now is the time to make it happen. So I am going to be taking over working. We will early retire my husband. I love what I do with art and design and digital work. So it is a gift. I have balanced that with raising the kids. And so for the first time, I get to go full steam. And I am so excited about that. So here's an update of what we've worked on the last month. So again, we're 9 months out. I'm going to go through a few different areas. So I'm looking at a list here to make sure I don't miss anything. For our home, I went through and I repainted the doors, scraped off some of the old paint. I had this really funky layered look that I loved. That's pretty unique taste, and I didn't expect anyone else to really appreciate it. So I thought, let's just do it neutral. I painted all the cabinets the same neutral color, so it's pretty consistent now throughout the house. The sagey green color. I scraped the glass on the windows anywhere inside and out that I had painted a little too messy. Let's see what else. We bought tile for the basement floor. It's a big project we're going to be working on once I finish up my fall semester. I have 2 weeks left of that fall semester, so things are going to open up so much in my world. I've been doing a full load, and it has taken all of my energy. So I graduated in May, and so I'm working now on these final pieces. Absolutely love going back to school. I have loved every second of it. Other than the drive, I will say. But so we've been balancing all of those projects with me being in school. We sold a bunch of stuff this month. Some of the things are a wood splitter, a wood burning old-fashioned wood burner fireplace thing that we had in our bunkhouse. I've sold my easel, some clothing, a whole bunch of shoes that we had bought at garage sales this summer and just resold them, cleaned them up. Some kitchen, extra little appliance type things. My son, I'm so proud of him. He actually sold all of his Legos. And then he also dismantled his old desktop PC that he had and sold off parts of that. So he ended up making about $1,500 this month. Actually, all within the last week. Selling on eBay and Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. What else? We finally just announced to everybody in the last few weeks that we are doing this big plan. For the most part, nobody cares. Nobody's surprised. We've had a couple people say, oh, aren't you scared? But for the most part, people know that we've traveled We did 3 months back in 2022, and we've done several. We did Japan this past summer. It's a passion of ours. We don't make a lot of money, but every extra cent that we do have, we seem to put towards travel because it matters so much to us. We love the experience of seeing other cultures and meeting people and just learning about the world, the history. I love seeing the architecture and the art history of places. So it was actually kind of a funny story. We had been posting on my husband's Facebook, and so we were posting all these things for sale. Things like, once the log splitter went up, I thought some people that know him are going to start kind of getting suspicious. And sure enough, someone did call and say, like, are you guys okay? Are you good? It was within like an hour after I had hit publish and schedule on my art newsletter for my art community. So the timing was perfect. We were finally ready to tell people and had to assure him, yes, we're okay, and let him in on our plan. But it felt good to just have that out. But also it's 9 months out, so it feels a little like people now are saying, oh, can I see you before you go? When are you leaving? And not till, the end of summer feels like a really long answer. But it's just the reality that the amount of things that we had to pull off to make this dream happen, I felt like having it done in secret was actually going to hinder us. And like, for instance, this evening I saw some of my family and I brought a painting to my dad and I brought some mementos and like Christmas decor that was really meaningful to our family and gifted that to my sister. And if they didn't know our plan, that would be worrisome to them. So having them be a part of it. And actually my family has been so supportive, really just cheering us on. And several of them tonight just said how excited they are for us. And I guess know our heart and my dreams. And I so appreciate coming from a family who's always just let me be me, not expecting me to be like everyone else, and embrace my artsiness and my creative different approach to things. So very grateful for them. So yeah, so that's where we're at. The last thing I'll just touch on is if you're considering traveling, a big part has been the mental part. This month, I felt like when you start telling people, it kind of pushes you to solidify your positions a little bit more. And you have to stand pretty solid in what you're saying. And we don't have any problem doing that, but it does make us have more conversations behind the scenes, as we will continue to do for the next several months. And I'm sure as we continue traveling, really making sure we're on the same page about things, what our goals are. And then also just for us, we want to have enough saved so that we can be comfortable. We're still going to be frugal, especially at the beginning as I'm getting my footing in my career. But I don't want to be panicked and making bad decisions out of a sense of panic. So just really staying connected through that, really supporting each other. There's been a lot of, just really stopping to take a minute and say, like, I'm so proud of us. We're doing this. It's a big deal because anytime, whether that is, it doesn't have to be travel. It's just anything that you feel so connected to and you're deciding to go your own direction and do what's best for you and your family and do it in a way that's full of integrity and it aligns with your values is a big deal. And it's not easy to do sometimes. So I'm so grateful to have such a strong partner to do this with. And also just within myself too, I'm constantly tuning in and just recalibrating each decision. There's 10, 20, 30 decisions a day sometimes of a $5 purchase, or should we keep this subscription or not? Should we switch over to, whatever? Do we get rid of this? Do we keep it? Some of these things are things that we've had, my whole life. And so those are not small little things. So in fact, even yesterday, I took a photo of a few of the ornaments that we decided we're not going to be able to keep. We used the opportunity of setting up our tree to really decide which ones we want to keep and which ones we want to let go of. And so we'll probably keep a small box of ones that we want to keep. And then I took photos of the others, so we can still remember them even if we're not taking them with us. And then I'll let our oldest look through that box that we're getting rid of and let her take any that she wants. So yeah, just each decision. Some are harder than others, but overall, there is such a sense of excitement and the joy of having a big goal that you're working towards. And we have several right now, so it's a little bit hectic. But overall, there's just such a sense of internal excitement and peace and groundedness and purpose, and a feeling that a little bit of the chaos in the outside world, there's just a little bit of calming to balance that. And that's been really refreshing. So instead of feeding into a lot of the noise and a lot of the legitimate angering things of the world, I've really had to choose to be strategic with how I use my energy and set aside certain times where I can deal with things the best way I can. And then instead switch gears the other times to updating my list that I have, or posting something for sale, photographing something, working on a lot of school assignments, and just planning. We've done a lot of research on travel places, things like that. So that's how we're using our time right now and balancing our mental energy. A lot of immediate get stuff done, work really hard at it, go, and then let's just relax and watch a travel show or something completely not travel related and hang out and share that time together and be in the moment. So anyways, that is our 9-month out update. So if you are planning on traveling in 9 months, that's what we are doing and what we have found is working for us right now. It's all about being really honest about the stuff that we're not going to get a storage locker. We are not paying to store all of this stuff. We're selling it. We're selling it all. We're going to keep like 2 bins. And if we decide at some point we want it back, we will buy it back used and deal with it. But that's what we've decided will work for us. All of the thousands of dollars saved on storage fees, instead we have that money growing interest. We'll invest it. It'll be there as a safety net for us instead of an anchor. So, and you can always take photos of the things. Take photos if you're not sure, put them in an album, digital album to look through later. And also take a photo of your home or just different things that you feel like capture this time of life. I'm having a hard time trying to video myself packaging up so many of these things because there's chaos like all around. I mean, right to my left, there's like bins still from the Christmas decor, and there's stuff in the basement for packaged up, ready to sell, and everything just looks a little bit messy. So I'm really working at surrendering on that, and it's just part of the process. So I'm going to start filming more after I wrap up this semester. I really want to share more of that weekly look at what it takes to really get ready to sell all your possessions and do a big move like this. So if that's something you're interested, let me know, and I will make sure to share more of that part of it. Or if there's any part of the process that you are curious about, let me know. And I'll make sure to share more of that, what that looks like. So, all right. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a really wonderful day. Bye.